Sick, they need treatment.
I know.
Well, we just can't stop it like that. What do they
We
doc
have
like
no
that?
choice.
Doctor, they trust us.
Nurse Evans. They've done a wonderful job. But I have to take off the program. We have to use what little money we have for treatment. Cut back on all departments. It's either staff or medicine.
I understand. Yes, of course.
No, you can go back to the ward.
Maybe Parsons is
You
there.
have seniority.
No, I would take
You
somebody
have a
else's
perfect
job.
record.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I hope, I pray that this is just temporary and that I'll be calling you back soon.
I know you do the best you can. Oh, Mr. Williams. Not that you know I'm even here. It's gonna be late for catfish night. 6 months passed with no word. There were fewer and fewer treatments, and pretty soon, none at all. I tried to see him when I could, but I had to take a job, the only one I could find, working as a domestic, just like my mother.
You had your supper?
I had their supper. Them folks waste more food than law allow. We could feed the whole county. How my boys?
Your boys miss you.
I sure miss them.
Dr. Douglas worried about Willie doing his 4-foot knee drop. Say it might hurt his cartridges.
You mean?
I know cartilage. I looked it up. But Willie took it for cartridges. Now, he think he got bullets in his knees. I hear they headed up to D.C.
Willie?
Dr. Douglas, Dr. Brody.
For what?
Can't tell by me. Douglas went up there, last week? Brothers fresh off the bench.
Whoa. To Washington?
How was your trip?
Well, first the bus, then the train. I don't know which was more excruciating. The ground is still moving.
It's just the way I felt. So what do you think of Washington?
It's grand.
We have been most impressed with the work you've been doing at Tuskegee, Dr. Boris.
Oh, yes.
Davis, take the doctors back. Good work.
Your syphilis treatment program was a model.
Thank you.
It's a pity the money dried up.
Not a pity. It's a shame.
I'd call it a crime. But we may have a solution. A new study. Which is why we asked you up here. Oh, besides wanting, of course, to meet you in person.
Would you like a cool drink, Dr. Brodus? Had a long trip. Got some soda in the office here.
Sure, thank you.
Are you aware of the Oslo experiment, Dr. Brodus?
Oslo? No.
The Venereal Disease Clinic in Oslo, Norway, published a very interesting report. Now, they examined several hundred men with syphilis. They came up with fascinating data. For example, how many men died with neurological impairment as compared to cardiovascular? Fascinating. Doctor, please appear.
Thank you.
Here's the report. Take a look at it yourself. There's an English précis in the back.
Coca-Cola, root beer, orange crush, sarsaparilla.
Whatever. I believe, Dr. Brodus, that we have, making count, an extraordinary opportunity.
They studied only white people. We believe the Negro people deserve the same chance to be studied.
Studied? No, we need money for treatment.
We can get money for this. The federal government will pick up the whole tab. Not, of course, the 1,400 patients that we've already been treating, but we can study 400 men with syphilis, 200 non-contagious as a control group. No more depending on outsiders.
Root beer all right?
Fine, thank you.
We need your help. We need Tuskegee. And now, you seem skeptical.
No? Well, maybe a little.
Sam, this is for real.
It's important to know whether the Negro reacts to syphilis the same way as the white man.
Well, suppose that race doesn't make the difference and that the Negro reacts the same to syphilis as the white man.
Well, we'll want to know that too, wouldn't we? This is science after all. We want the truth.
Regardless of race, creed, or color.
The stamping out of disease. That's what this office is dedicated to. For all the people, Dr. Brodus. All of them.
And you want to repeat the Norwegian study, except with the Negro male.
That's right. Now, we have additional
But
data.
it says here, Oslo was done between 1891 and 1910. That means there was no treatment then. These men were untreated. They studied untreated men with syphilis.
Yes, that's right.
No treatment? How could we do that?
The only way to get a pure result.
Uncontaminated by drugs or other medicine. That's the beauty of it.
The beauty of it? The beauty of it. I'm a doctor, for God's sakes, and so are you. Our patients come before anything else.
Do you think I don't know that, Sam? I've been agonizing over this.
First, do no harm.
We're not talking forever here. 6 months, maybe a year to get the facts, then we let the facts speak for themselves. This study will make medical history. It'll wipe out centuries of ignorance about the mechanism of disease being related to race. If we do this right, I tell you, we will get the money for treatment. Federal money.
Do you really believe that?
Sam, this is more than just an opportunity to keep our project alive. Think of it. We will be federally financed. We'll have momentum. You know what it's like with federal programs. Once they get started, you can't stop them. And you can build Tuskegee into a major research center and finally prove what Negro nurses and doctors are capable of. Now, think of what good you could do with a program like that. We've already run out of medicine. Our patients aren't being treated anyway. This study is the only chance we have.
And the men would be studied the same as at Oslo.
Exactly the same. Periodic examinations, x-rays, blood work. We do a spinal tap to check for neurologic syphilis. We give them the works, the very best we have, but this is the only way the results can be pure.
And what would the study be called?
Exactly what it is. Study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male.
The Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male.
Fine.
This will bring us back to treatment, Sam. You'll see.
What? Hey, Janice. You got the money.
Shh. Honey, you know better than to run in this ward.
That's all right, Nurse Parsons. Ask them for the results as quickly as possible. Thank you.
You got the money.
We can start back at work next week.
Oh, my. You actually got those white people.
Dr. Douglas will be back from Washington next week, so I want you to be ready to help him with whatever he needs.
Doctor, I was born ready.
Now, about the program.
I can't wait to get
We'll
started.
be just studying them.
Girl, I've been studying. I know all
We've
about
been
these fellas.
treating them. We'll just be studying them.
No treatment?
Not for syphilis.
Why?
Well, the study will bring the money for treatment. In about 6 months to a year.
Well, what do we tell them then? I mean, what do we do?
Nothing.
Well, I don't understand. We've been giving them the mercury rubs, and we just don't do that?
Well, we'll continue with the rubs. But we'll be using liniment instead of mercury. They won't know the difference. And with the additional money, we'll give them aspirin and tonic and vitamins, things they've never had before. I guarantee you they'll feel much, much better.
Until they don't.
I don't think you heard me. It won't be forever.
Just 6 months.
Or a year.
And they be first in line for the treatment.
I promise you. All right, young fella. This is gonna kill the germs that are making you sick. You believe me? Well, you better believe me. I'm the doctor. Right, Nurse Evers?
Yes, doctor.
The doctor knows, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He cares.
Oh, yes.
So you better believe me when I tell you that everything's gonna be all right. Right, nurse?
Right, doctor.
What are you doing up this time of night?
Remember that job I got offered in Birmingham? Mr. Supervisor.
Well, that was a whole year ago.
Oh, I'm writing to see if it's still open.
Why are you doing that? You're going back to work right back here.
I don't know if I want to.
You don't know if you want to. Eunice, what's the matter? What's wrong?
It's a new program, Papa. They're not going to treat the men. Not for a while, anyway, at least 6 months, and then they'll start back when they get more money.
So?
They're not going to treat the men, Papa.
Well, 6 months ain't all that long. Jump down, turn around, 6 months have been gone. Besides, they're the doctors, ain't they? You think you know better than the
I
doctors?
think this is different.
Yes, this is different. You're not going to be cleaning them toilets anymore. I seen how I done took all the pride right out of it.
There are worse things than cleaning toilets, Papa.
Eunice, each of us has got to bear his burden in the heat of the day. You got your burden. I got mine. We do what the Lord gives us to do.
How y'all doing? Let's go inside. Come on in.
All right, now we here.
Right.
Here we are.
We did it. Hey, Kayla, why don't you and Miss Evans have a seat right here? Go over here and get some shine. Be on back, all right? Okay, then. Okay, have a seat there, Miss Evans.
I see the joint, but where did you?
Oh, the band like to take this break. It'll hot up in a minute. I see you got trouble on your mind.
You and mine, Rita Caleb.
Don't take a whole lot of reading with you. It's written all over your face.
I'm thinking about leaving here. Don't you want to know why? Or where, or when even?
I figured you want to tell me, you tell me.
There's a supervisor